Hi everyone, it's Ben at the Mancave podcast channel. Today we've got a new video on another unboxing. So we've done a couple of unboxings on new tech, so you'll be able to see the link in the description, on our LG display, our PS4 Pro, and accompanying with our 2-minute tech on Instagram TV. So we can here, I'm going to put it there. Today we've got a new product. Now, why I have this new product is a bit of a strange reason. My MacBook Pro is in for a repair, so I had to, obviously, because I'm doing numerous things as well as the Mancave, day-to-day use, I needed a new computer to help me in the time that my computer being repaired. Today, we've got the unboxing of this new product. I'm excited to see, kind of compare my actual computer to this computer and see where we are in 2019 going into 2020 with computers and if that much has changed. As you can imagine, I am a bit of an Apple fanboy, so we have another Apple product. What Apple product is inside? Let's say going from a 15-inch MacBook Pro, so I've been totally original. I'm just going with another 15-inch MacBook Pro. So this is the space grey baseline 15-inch MacBook Pro. As you can see, not actually opened. I've left this a couple of days so I can do an unboxing instead of doing work, which I probably should have done. So let's jump into it. Let's go. I've got my old school Apple pin. So this is an iPad pin we got from the Olympics. So yeah. I'm that old. Here we go. There you go. Now, people on these unboxings have like massive knives, and I just never actually understand what. And it's like a big thing, but all you need is just something to. Apple do make brilliant unboxing experiences. I probably could reduce the amount of plastic on Apple. Here we go. Pretty much the same box as I think I had on my last MacBook Pro, really. Always need to advertise. Okay, so we've got the MacBook Pro box. Slide this open. Ooh, that's one smooth motion. So yeah, I've gone for the space grey. So what do you get? So you get the space grey Pro. That's nice. Obviously got a new power bank. They have to use the 85 kilowatts. What isn't it? 85 watts. It's a 15-inch. Now, this is probably the biggest change for me, which is the USB-C nature of this device. Because I've got a 2015-inch MacBook Pro, none of my equipment is USB-C, so Amazon are actually on their way as we speak with an adapter, because that's going to be the only way I'm going to be able to connect everything to it. And I think that's it. Apple keep things to a minimum, don't they? That is genuinely all you get in the box. You get your cable, you get your power bank, you get your very, very expensive computer. I'm completely aware that they are expecting to bring out the 16-inch MacBook Pro very, very soon. But in this, as standard, you get 16 gigs of RAM in any MacBook Pro 15-inch. You get the dedicated graphics card, which I think is very, very important for making video. But yeah, let's get the MacBook Pro open. So we've got the little tab. I'm going to be very, very careful with this, as I say, because I will actually be getting my actual MacBook Pro back soon. Here we go. So there we are. That is it. Get a nice little case. It magically automatically turned on, and I didn't actually. Did I press the power button then? I didn't, did I? But yeah, so the MacBook Pro 15-inch. Main differences. First, kind of out of the box, definitely the keyboard. I think that's going to be a big feature in the review. I'm going to be using this for a few days, see what I think to it. Once I've had some thoughts, I'm going to do a real comparison between the computer I have And this, I think, is going to be quite
To
interesting.
use English as the main language, press the return key.
Thanks. Also, the trackpad is massive on this thing, compared to the one, it's probably like twice the size, I'd say, which is just absolutely crazy. The screen looks pretty much identical. I think from a size perspective, it feels pretty much exactly the same. So yeah, within 4 or 5 years, and the form factor has not changed too much. But yeah, that's the unboxing.
macOS contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press the Command key while you press Touch ID 3 times at the right end of the touch bar. To learn how to use VoiceOver to set up your Mac, tap Escape at the left end of the touch bar.
Well, Apple, very rude, aren't they? Yeah, so what we'll do, I'll wrap this up. We're going to use the computer for a few days, and we'll see you in the next part, which is the review.
Apple, what a week it has been. So since doing the unboxing, it's been actually a week where Apple have released the 16-inch MacBook Pro, replacing this, the 15-inch MacBook Pro 2018. In doing so, I had to kind of change up how I was going to do the review. And instead of just comparing this computer to mine, it also then had that idea of, okay, how does this computer run up in a lineup compared to the 2015, the 2018, and now the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro? Fundamentally, what I wanted to find out was if this computer was as bad as what everything I'd read online was, and if it was actually truly either a great computer or if it was actually Apple missing the mark. One of the biggest things I wanted to find out would I be convinced to swap my MacBook Pro for the new MacBook lineup, and if then it would be a good idea to have a look at this MacBook on the second-hand market. So I've been using this MacBook Pro 15-inch baseline model for about a week, and what I found is that I wasn't actually that excited going into purchasing it. Now it's a Mac, you should be excited, but I knew that I was only going to be using it for a short period of time. I kind of just thought, you know what, this is going to be a stopgap. I hadn't seen the best things online, but actually what I found was I was quite pleasantly surprised with what I found using the computer for a whole week. So my main job using a MacBook Pro is editing photographs, editing videos, and using pro apps like Final Cut Pro and Lightroom. It's also used for the YouTube site for watching new content, trying to find inspiration, kind of like videos behind. So I need it very, very much for a video content creation, enjoyment, workhorse. I don't just use this computer just to shop on Amazon or go on Facebook. You shouldn't have Facebook. It is evil. Don't rely on this computer for a job, but definitely more for hobbies and wanting to expand our videos. So I do use it for what it is built for. The reason anybody goes for one of the MacBook Pros, the 15-inch, now the 16-inch, is that they're more than likely going to be in the creative space. So you're a videographer, a photographer, a DJ, a musician. And what you're looking for is a versatile, powerful, everyday machine, both portable and powerful enough to compete with a desktop PC. The biggest thing for me, coming from a 2015 15-inch model, is does this minimal, very sleek, ultra-modern MacBook compete with mine, with all the ports, with that keyboard, and does this make me feel like changing or replacing my MacBook Pro? Start with the most noticeable thing, which is the keyboard. You know what? This is the bit that gets the most slack online. This new kind of touch part. A lot of people mention that it's a little bit louder, that it's not as good, that it has a few more problems than the previous generation. Now, I actually haven't found it to be that bad. Now, please don't shout at me through the screen. It might just be me. It might be the way that I type. It might be the way that I've just got used to typing. But I actually found I was a little bit quicker. I was probably a little bit more accurate. And I'm not sure if that is the physical keys are actually a little bit bigger than they are on my generation of MacBook Pro. They are definitely louder. And I don't think there's any denying that. But if you're quite light to the touch, it's actually quite a good keyboard. Saying that, I did write my entire dissertation on my 2012 Retina, so the original one, and I never had any complaints with how good that keyboard was. So Apple, I think, overall do make very good keyboards. Admittedly, I don't type half as much as I used to. I used to type loads. Being a student, all you have to do is type. If that's coursework, if it's presentations, if it's a dissertation, you do type quite a lot more than probably what I do now. Occasionally put things like up on Instagram and YouTube, or actually I gave it a go writing this review, so it was a little bit better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Who knows? TV, turn it on. Continuity to worry about. What I'm really saying about the keyboard, I really think it comes down to personal preference. I'll come into you later. My advice is I really think it comes down to personal preference. With this keyboard, I think some people are going to love it, I think some people are going to hate it. But what I would do, if it is possible, head to your local Apple store. Now, the 13-inch and the 13-inch MacBook Air still have this design keyboard, so have a play around with it, see if you like it, just go on notes, just type away for 5-10 minutes. It is difficult to see what the long-term issues with the keyboard are. I think it's the E button gets really sticky from like long-term use. So I can't deny that within a week of using this, I can't say that I've had any issues. But from what I've seen in a week, I've actually really enjoyed it. One of the other main noticeable hardware improvements or changes on this MacBook is the touch bar. I actually quite liked the touch bar. When it first got announced, I thought that was a bit gimmicky. I wasn't too sure about what was wrong with buttons, like what was actually wrong with buttons. But again, we have to move forward, we have to look to innovate. I actually quite liked it. Again, I'm saying I actually quite like things. I don't think I'm that surprised. The computer is a very good computer overall. Quite a few things with the touch bar. What I noticed in the apps that utilised it quite well, I did find I was actually using it quite a lot more than I thought I would have been doing. So for example, if you've got a video, you can scrub quite quickly. On GarageBand, where I record audio, you can actually amend kind of the EQ just on the touch bar and actually find it quicker than doing it on the screen, which is pretty cool. So if you're a pro, you're looking to save those few seconds and you've got deadlines to meet, it does actually work quite well. The one piece of kind of advice that I would give to anyone who picks up this machine, so if it is secondhand or if you've got like a friend and you're buying it from them, or that's obviously secondhand, is the escape key. I did find, again, only having this for a week, but while I was editing on Final Cut Pro using just a computer, so not hooking it up to an external monitor, I did find that my little finger was hitting the escape key more than I thought it would be. Bizarre, it might have just been a small little issue, but yeah, I definitely hit the escape button a lot more than I should have been doing. One of the things I can actually see on the 2019 16-inch MacBook Pro is they've given the escape key a physical button. So it must have been an issue that been given feedback on, because I've actually revised that in the new model. Another major change that I found on this computer was this huge trackpad. Like, honestly, compared to the 2015 model, this is massive. It's huge, almost too big. Not many people say that, but this is almost too big. What I found while editing, when you've got so much space that's used as a trackpad, you don't have much rest area. I found that I was accidentally moving it with different parts of my hand by accident. It is nicer having a larger trackpad, you don't have to worry about it too much. And it would actually be nice if it was like somewhere in the middle, so kind of, I don't know, that big. That would be nice. For me, the biggest change on this computer isn't the keyboard, it isn't the trackpad, it isn't the touch bar, but it's USB-C. Coming from a computer that doesn't have USB-C in its life currently, if you don't have USB devices everywhere in your house, this is 100% the biggest thing that you're going to find going to a new MacBook. Any new MacBook, they've just got rid of ports. It's like Johnny Ive went mad before he left and he was like, I don't like ports, I'm just putting these 4 ports on it, and that's all you have. Now the first thing what you need to do is head to Amazon, and you need to pick one of these up. So I picked up for about £15 this little thing here that plugs into the 2 USB ports that you've got. So 2 of the USB-Cs. What's pretty good is you can put charge in, like so. So you can put the charge in, it means you get 3 USB-A ports, they're USB 3, so you're going to get all the speed that you need. You also have a HDMI, and you then have 2 USB-C ports as well. What that does, it obviously just means you have a lot more user interface. I think, again, it's innovation. I totally get it. Apple are almost like here, and most of the tech world is still like here. It just means that you're going to have to adapt and change the equipment that you already own to fit in with this MacBook. I have, which has all of the ports and doesn't actually seem that much thicker. It has HDMI, which is nice for connecting to a TV. It has the 2 old school Thunderbolt ports, so I'm able to connect it to my monitor, and I get 60 Hertz. With this, I only got 30 Hertz at 4K. It also means I am using a USB mic. I've got a USB stick for my mouse. So I did find it isn't the nicest thing having a little port on the side at all times. It just meant it was a bit more cumbersome. It was something else to remember. You are going to have to adapt. If you're a DJ, I can't imagine much of your DJ equipment is going to be running on USB-C, and it's same for things like cameras. There's not that many cameras at the moment that are USB-C. Majority of what we have is still running USB-A, which means you have to get a dongle. As mentioned in one of my previous videos, Apple has gone mad with their pricing, so don't buy anything from Apple. Just as soon as you go and buy MacBooks, if this is a 2018, if this is 2019, if it's just any MacBook, go to Amazon or go to your local electronic store if you don't believe that Amazon are evil, which they probably are. All companies are evil, and get the adapters. This was like £15. Apple alone for one adapter for me to be able to change the USB-A was like £45. Like, come on, Apple, it's a dongle. I've spoken enough about hardware. Now let's talk about the performance. This is what you're looking for in your Pro machine. This is why you're spending £2,500 on a computer. You want it to be quick. You want it to be the best. In this department, the MacBook Pro 2018 is amazing. There is no doubt in a week, editing in 4K, watching loads of videos, connecting it to displays, I've had absolutely no issues whatsoever with performance. The main reasons for this, if you are looking into the second-hand market, you maybe not bought a Mac before, these new machines all run on SSD. SSD is just a solid state drive, which basically means it's electric that passes the information instead of a traditional hard drive that spins, and that's how it gets the information. That's why these new computers in 2019 are just so much quicker. SSD actually has been pretty quick since about 2011, and it's just got quicker over time. What you're also getting in a MacBook Pro and 15-inch is a dedicated graphics card. It just comes as standard. And what this means is when you're editing video, it pushes that to the dedicated graphics card and you get much better performance. For your everyday today, so when you are on Amazon, or you're using Chrome, or whatever you're doing on your computer, maybe some spreadsheets because it's exciting, it uses the integrated graphics and that gives you better battery life. Graphics, plug it in, you get the best performance. Day to day, best battery life, and it's not using that much energy. I love 4K being in my life, and that means I want to watch 4K videos, I want to edit in 4K, I have my 4K monitor. Everything in my life is 4K. This machine deals much better with 4K content than my current gen machine. I don't know whether that is just a mixture of hardware, software, me not wiping it, and my 2015-inch MacBook Pro is being wiped at the moment, so I'm hoping when I get that back, I get the performance that I'm used to. I'm going to have a bit of a shock if it's not as quick as what this has seemed. From a performance perspective, this Mac is a beast. Another thing I noticed on my MacBook is the fans. Anytime I am going up to 4K, it is having issues and it is kicking out a lot of heat and the fans are kicking in. This, I had no such issues. Some of the videos that I've seen online did mention that there's some sort of thermal issue, which it seems when it gets too hot, it does lower the performance. I Again, in my experience, just editing in 4K, not too big of files, I've not noticed an issue at all. What I also love about the MacBook Pro is because it is so powerful, it can be both your computer for portability and at home. You get this connected to a lovely display, so it could be the XDR display. Actually, I don't think it can be the XDR display. Yeah, it's connected to a 4K, 5K, 6K, 8K monitor. It's going to be absolutely fine. It's got Thunderbolt 3, so you can go all the way up to 8K. If you're on 8K, you're probably not watching this video, you know what you're already doing. Something from a hardware perspective as well, this computer definitely seems lighter than my MacBook. When I've been taking it out and kind of going to work with it and just out and about and just having it in my backpack, it's definitely lighter than the previous gen. With it being a portable machine, you want the battery to be good as well. In that regard, again, brand new battery, brand new computer, no issues whatsoever. Apple have always been, in terms of their MacBook Pro line and just their MacBooks in general, the best at battery life. When you are going to those Pro apps, you're probably going to get a few hours of battery life, especially if you're dealing with higher end kind of materials, so Logic, you have it plugged in. But out and about, using Keynote, using Chrome, using Safari, it's been absolutely fine. I've got an entire day's worth of use out of it, so I just charged it overnight or in the morning. Use it through the day, absolutely not an issue whatsoever. So to round this off, what are you buying when you get a MacBook Pro? For most prosumers, the MacBook Pro eats your workload. If you're a photographer, if you're a videographer, if you're a DJ, I don't really see where else you need to go apart from getting a MacBook Pro. It's just everything. It's just an unbelievable machine. For the past decade, prosumers have been going for the MacBook Pro, and I don't think that's ever going to change, like ever again. If you're watching this video and you've stayed with me, and I thank you, I just want to round it off by just seeing if it's worth the money. So on eBay, currently right now, you can pick up a 2018 MacBook Pro for about £1,700 to about £2,200 depending on the condition. If you look a little bit older and you look at the machine I have, you can pick up a decent one now for about £1,300. What you're going to be looking at though, that is a 4-year-old computer now, so you're more than likely potentially going to get some scratches. The warranty is gone. There's no warranty left on that computer, so if anything goes wrong, you're going to have to pay for the repair. There has been the battery recall, so you are going to get a brand new battery, which is pretty awesome. The full money, the 2015 model, is brilliant. £1,300 for a really good MacBook Pro. Absolutely incredible. It's kind of what it used to be about 10 years ago. For £2,000, this MacBook, I think it might be quite a difficult decision to make. Entry level, the 16-inch MacBook Pro that's just come out is the same price as what I paid for this just at the Apple Store the other day, which is £2,400. Overall, with a MacBook Pro, this all seems like quite a lot of money. But in reality, if this makes you money, it's a worthwhile investment. It makes sense. If you're a photographer and you get paid, if you're going to be able to do more jobs, if you're going to be quicker at getting your clients those photographs, if you're a DJ and you're able to work on remixes a lot quicker, it makes sense to have the best computer available. If you're making money from your computer, I'd probably recommend to go for the new model. There just seems to be some improvements, and I'm actually going to be doing a review on that very, very soon, so keep your eye out on the channel. But if you're maybe getting your step into the market, maybe you're starting out, maybe you're like me and we're starting a YouTube channel from scratch and you don't want to put all your money into a MacBook Pro, this is actually a brilliant option. If you want those new options with USB-C, you're happy to get things that are newer, this is an unbelievable computer. What I find amazing about the MacBook Pro range is its durability and its long-term investment. If you buy a MacBook Pro, I'm still here 4 years later discussing if I want to upgrade mine. It's not that it's getting that slow that I have to replace it, it's actually just if these are worth the upgrade. So if you purchase one of these secondhand, you know that that computer is built to last. If you purchase one brand new, you know that you're actually kind of almost spreading that cost out after 4, maybe 5 years. And these keep their value. They're absolutely amazing. I paid £2,000 for mine 4 years ago. If I can get £1,000 back for mine, in reality, that's actually only £1,000 for 4 years worth of use of a computer. You compare that to a phone and how much that depreciates, or a PC, the mind boggles. Please let me know your thoughts on the MacBook Pro 2018. So rest in peace, the 15-inch model. Rest in peace. You have been serving us well for a long, long time. But let me know if you've had one, if you agree with me, if you disagree. Let me know if you're looking to upgrade to the 2019 model, and if you'd like to see me do the review on that. And also, let me know if you're looking forward to me getting my 2015 MacBook Pro back, and if you want more information on that and what it's like to live with that in 2019. We'll be with you very, very soon with some more reviews on tech. It's coming up to Christmas, there's loads of tech to review. If you've enjoyed the video, it really helps the channel if you subscribe. It's free, it'd be brilliant if you could. Not like this MacBook, it's definitely not free. And as always, we will see you in the Mancave.